Why is it that I'm always reporting bad news? The stats are in for March and they're not looking good. Well, actually, they might be looking even better right now. 17,300 new power units have been purchased for the month of March. So last month, when we had the numbers for February, the numbers came in at 27,000 new units were purchased for the month of February. So the lower that number is, the better it is for all of us out there. So this is the first time since May of 2023 that there has been less than 20,000 purchases. Now, why are they down? Well, because maybe nobody can afford to buy brand new trucks. I mean, let's have a look at the stats. All right, so first we'll go into the van spot rates, the national average for freight rates. We'll talk about the vans, we'll talk about the reefers, and then we'll talk about the flatbeds. We'll talk about March, but we can also see the first 10 days or the first 11 days of April. March finished off in the van division at $2.01 per mile. Again, we keep thinking that the next month is going to be better than the previous month, but in all honesty, I've been looking at this for about 6 months. It keeps getting worse and worse. So when van rates hit 220, I was like, okay, this is the lowest point that it can go. Then it went to hovered around 215, 216 for a couple of months, and I was like, okay, now this is the lowest point that it can go. February came, and we started saying when the freight rates were $2.06 per mile, we thought, okay, you know what, let's hang on until March. March, you know, that's when you get a little bit of the produce season. Some capacity is going to be allocated to reefers. The reefers are going to start, you know, producing a little bit better, and then the rates will start going up as the produce starts hitting the market. But then March came along and we all got slapped in the face. We thought it was going to be great, but it actually was the worst month ever, okay, that I can remember. I don't remember it ever being this low. And now it says that the national average is $2.01, but again, once you factor in all the deadhead miles and, you know, round trip rates, it's actually a lot lower than that. Now you start analyzing the first 10 days of April and it's not getting any better. So when is it going to get better, and how much longer can we put up with these rates? Now let's look at the reefer market, okay? So the reefer market, you know, in January it was $2.57 per mile. Then came February, it was $2.42 per mile. You can say, you know what, those rates are still okay. But then March came along, and March came in at $2.36 per mile. Now you would think in March, April, things would start picking up for the reefer division, but actually it didn't. The opposite happened. The freight rates are still going down for the reefer division. So you can see March here at $2.36 per mile, and now further decrease for the first 10 days of April. We got $2.31 per mile. This is horrible. Cost of a reefer, close to $100,000. I mean, you got reefer fuel, the weight, the excess weight, the fuel consumption is a little bit heavier on these reefers. But what can we say about the flatbed division? Now, the flatbed division is the only one that's kind of showing a little bit of an uptick. January showed $2.47 per mile. February showed $2.48 per mile. Then came March, $2.50 per mile. For the month of April, it's $2.53 per mile as a national average. So is flatbeds the way to go? Only you can decide. But what I could tell you is that the grass is always greener on your neighbor's lawn. So guys that are doing the vans, they always think that the reefer division is better. The guys that are doing reefers are always thinking that the flatbed division is better. Now the guys that I talk to in the flatbed division, they think that the van and reefer division are better. Flatbeds are very expensive. Interest rates are really high. Same with the reefers. You know, the vans are barely surviving. The expenses are pretty much at par with your profits, and nobody's making money right now. This is more of a survival game right now, all across the board. We started off the video with saying that 17,300 new Class 8 trucks are hitting the market. Now, why such a huge decrease between February to March? Well, I think that nobody can afford brand new trucks. With the way the rates are going right now, you gotta be crazy to get yourself into a brand new trucks. But let me show you what I mean, okay? In order to purchase a brand new unit right now with all the bells and whistles, we're talking about Freightliner, we're talking about Volvo. Even right now, I've been hearing that the Kenworths, the T680 Next Gens, you can probably pick them all up at around $180,000 plus, you know, the warranties and all that. You're probably looking at about $190,000. If you're putting $25,000 down, you will be financing $165,000 $100,000. Now, the interest rate today on new power units, you'll be lucky if you get about 9%, and the loan term amount, you'll probably do 60 months. Now, you gotta be crazy. At $165,000, 9% interest over the next 60 months, which is 5 years of your life, in order to pay $3,425 every single month for the next 5 years. So people are waiting for either the interest rates to come down or they're waiting for the prices to come down. Now, this time last year, I don't know about you guys, you try to pick up a truck is about $220,000, $230,000. Right now they're at $185,000. Nobody knows what's going to happen in about 2, 3, 4, 5 months. But as the sales start going down, the value of these trucks are going to start going down. As these trucks are going to be parked at these dealerships, okay, these dealerships are going to start giving us incentives on getting rid of them. They don't want them to be parked. It costs them a lot of money. They will start doing discounts as they have right now, and the discounts are going to be better and better and greater and greater. I mean, something's got to give, okay? The freight rates can be low, but the fuel has to come down, and interest rates need to come down, and the price of equipment needs to come down. Or, you know, you can keep all that the same as it is right now, but the freight rates need to go up. So if the freight rates are $225 or higher, we will be able to be profitable. Right now, it's a survival game for all of us, and I wish you all the best of luck out there. I'm Ronen, R-O-N-E-N, and I'll catch you in my next video.